to develop working memory. We need to help our students to develop parts of their brain that are going to be very important in negotiation and in deliberation and in working with others. We need people that don't necessarily just have high IQs. We need all of our students to realize that through discipline and practice, through study and completion, that they will develop skills that will help them to succeed in life even if their score isn't high on the IQ. That those practices of reflection and joyful learning will help them to succeed in the future. How many of us can truly say that when we go with our students in our learning environments that it's joyful? I mean, is it joyful? I have a joy. We need to focus on learning, but we need to keep pace with technology. In our program, the Igniting Streams of Learning and Science program, I'm a scientist, but I work with Mary Lou Holly. She's in education and is focused on learning. And I work with Sajid Zachariah. He's in educational technology. And we sit with high school students and we give them free bits of technology. And we say, you've got 1 week to build a curriculum. You high school students are going to build your own curriculum with your teacher. Oh, is that radical? Talk about causing dangers to jump up from every school administrator. How can my students construct their own syllabus? Well, they do. And they do so using technology. But when we use the technology, I hand out the technology and they say, well, how do I use this technology? And I said, I don't know. You know, I'm 58. How am I supposed to know how to use it? You find out how to use it and come and tell me. And they look at you like, shocked. Why are you telling me to teach you? If I'm not modeling what I'm asking them to do, then I am not doing what I need to do. I have to admit, I don't know everything. I need you to help me. We are in this together, folks. We need to develop these lifelong skills. Speaking effectively, writing clearly and concisely. As I tell the students, if you can't write well, how are you going to get grant money? How are you going to be able to do things? You need to think critically. You need to solve problems. You need to develop all these skills. Constructing knowledge socially. How can you work with one another if you can't communicate with one another, if you can't resolve conflicts in your group of 4 or 5 students? How are you going to succeed in the world? You need to create networks. I'm going to Skype with my students in my class back home while I'm over here. Yep, come on, folks. And I said, okay, we're going to use Skype. And they said, well, how do we use it? I said, I don't know. Come and tell me tomorrow. And then they had to show me how to use Skype. They're telling me how to use Facebook as an educational tool. We had a 2-day discussion about Facebook. I have them sit there in class with their laptops open. I know they're not on task all the time, but I also know that they're on task more often than when I'm delivering a lecture to them. So we need to explore innovations. I'm going to skip over this and talk about what are the strategies for successful learning in a learning environment. Size, small is better than large. Endless studies show us that. If you're in a group this big, divide it up into groups of 4 or 5 and getting them work together. Learning communities. Pedagogy, hands-on is better than lecturing. You'll remember the part of the lecture where I asked you to participate. You won't remember me rattling on and on and on at you. Social construction is better than memorization. Innovative approaches are good. Students want to be innovative, but don't you be innovative. Let them be innovative. Let them figure out what to do. Let them feel like they're discovering. Let them come with you with the excitement and joy of discovery, which we all have. We need to give them success. We need to show that indeed graduate students, undergraduates, have more success when they have this kind of approach because they're ready to face the 21st century. 21st century, less certain futures, less certain about our careers, fewer jobs that are stable. Knowledge is increasing exponentially. How can we cover it? Lifelong learning is valued. It has to be. Teachers need to model all of these things in their classroom. If we continue to deliver, that's what the students are going to do. We need to engage them. So our questions for us as teachers are, what are the characteristics of the effective teacher that you can use? That's one I want you to think about afterwards. What are the characteristics of the new learning environment that you can take home and use in your next classroom? Don't wait until you've gone through 20 years of training courses before you implement something. Start it tomorrow. Look at your classroom. How can you improve learning beginning in your next class with your students by using these philosophies? And we'll get these ideas from the participants because I don't need 2 minutes. I am finished now. Thank you.